Where did my cutting board go? Hi friends, hello, hello, welcome in. Hi there. Just getting set up for tonight. Hi there, my name is Taylor, also known as the Mustard Queen. Welcome to FoodtokTV. We do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. And this is my show on 7th Central called Cutting the Mustard. I am kind of a little flustered right now because typically I like having everything all set out and planned and stuff. My husband got home with the groceries like 5 minutes ago, but it's cool because I just got the hottest sous chef right now. So if I seem a little jumbled, that's what's going on. But so tonight we are doing fish and chips, of course, with mustard. There's going to be mustard in there. I'm going to do like a maple honey mustard is one of the dipping sauces. We're also going to do a tartar sauce, some steak fries. We're going to do some steak fries as well. And then because of these fish and chips I'm going to be doing in a tempura batter, I also have this really large onion, so why not onion rings? And then I'm carrying around this cabbage like it's my best friend, but this is going to go for some slaw because we need some vegetables here. Okay, well I'm going to get my knife and start chopping this and let's get to mustarding. How's everyone doing? Alright, I need a bowl with a Alright, I'll start with the slaw because the potatoes and fish aren't ready yet. We're using previously frozen fillets for the fish, and those thaw super quickly. But as I said, he got home 5 minutes ago, so that will be, it really doesn't take that long. It'll be like 5 or 10 minutes. We'll be fine. Oh yeah, get right in the core. I think I'm about to use half this cabbage, maybe. There we go. On guard. Hi, Oregon Family Cooking. Hello. Thank you for the share. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in. So guys, question. Is this purple or is it red cabbage? I have my own very specific answer to that, but I want to see what y'all have to say. Trini is in the house. What's up? Here. It's purple, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. So far, purple's the winner. Oh yeah, still more purple. Winner, winner, purple dinner.
Did you mean to invite me up here?
Oh, no, I didn't. Hello, you can hang out if you'd like.
No, that's okay. I just got the notice and
man, surprise wife.
that's okay. I'm gonna get myself off. I just got
All right.
got the notification.
Oh yeah, no. If you're new here, just scrolling through, welcome to Food Talk TV. We do live cooking content every single day, and a lot of times we will have someone in the box, and like a lot of times it's like a chit chatty type of situation. But y'all, if you have never seen me work, it's very difficult to get a word in a conversation with me. No, and that's just because I know so much about like the science and the how-tos of cooking. And when it comes to cooking, I'm really invested in the how-tos. Like I just do not understand anything until I understand everything. So there. So absolutely with cabbage, I see people all the time shredding their cabbage with, I'm kind of doing long strands. I think that's the way I want to go with this. You can do it in smaller pieces. You can use a grater, you can use a food processor, and I see a lot of people making their slaws that way, and that's absolutely okay. However, I personally don't like to do that because I just feel like it doesn't make the cabbage as crunchy, because cabbage is mostly water, not nearly as much water as cucumbers are. I can't remember the percentage of cabbage. Gun in my head, I think 86%. That feels wrong. Okay, I don't know. Someone Google and tell me how much water is in cabbage. But anyway, there's a good amount of water in cabbage. So when you use a lot of force on it so quickly, you can kind of disintegrate it. So that's why I typically do a knife. How do you join Food TikTok? Kaz, what are you talking about? Are you talking about how to be part of Food Talk? Hold on. Oh, you're wanting to join me. Hi there.
So this is how you join.
Kaz, you have not been in the box with me since I first started.
I know, right?
Hey, Gaz is in the box.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Oh, so it's 92%. Oregon Family Cooking says it's 92% water.
92%. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I need to know the percentage of liquids in all of my veggie tables, but
And I believe that according to Kenji and Deb, iceberg lettuce is 96%.
and I have seen different sources for cucumbers being 95 and I've seen 96.
Hi, Forge. Hi, Tracy.
Do you know what today is, Kaz?
Today is Thursday.
Okay. What's special about this Thursday?
Okay, I feel like I'm going to be embarrassed in a second. What's special about this Thursday?
It's my 1 year
Oh my
Food
gosh.
Talk anniversary.
You know what? I was
You know,
going
I
to
was
say
already
that.
disappointed I didn't have a cake at my door, but
You know what? I am so sorry. I was thinking that, but I was also in another live on FTTV and they saw me come in and they said, Kaz, this is my 1 year anniversary with FTTV. And I'm like, okay. I'm
like, okay,
sorry.
sure, Jan. No. I didn't even know that was today either until Andrea, she posted in the chat. It was midnight my time, but it was 1 a.m. her time. And I'm like, oh, you even got me with a little midnight. You know, I love it when people text me right at midnight to tell me happy birthday. So
Well, you know what? I
I'm
would
that
say
person.
congratulations to you, but it's really congratulations to Food Talk TV. It really is. We are so happy that you stayed. For everybody who doesn't know, when everyone comes on to Food Talk TV, they're only here for
Would you record?
3 to 6 months. Okay, that's the max, and we are so lucky to have people like Taylor who have stuck with us. Oh yes,
Yes, please.
thank you, Warden. And Andrea is
Oh,
saying to tell
Andrea's
you
here.
that she is
Hello.
here.
She called me right before this. And yes, Ryan made it. She called me like 10 minutes before the live, and I'm like, still waiting on Ryan to bring home groceries.
I'm usually right on.
Oh, yeah, no, this is super weird. He's usually like way early, and I just dyed my fingers. Ooh,
Ah, I
based on
wonder.
my fingers, how acidic is my skin?
Oh gosh.
So, the food science joke of that is that red cabbage, purple cabbage, I call it depending on what conditions it's in because it is an indicator. And that means if you add acid to it, it turns like, or if you add something alkaline to it, it's more of a blue color. But once something acidic is in there, that's when it starts getting bright pink. So my fingers are pretty pink, a little
Hey,
purple.
Joy
So maybe
Joy.
I'm
Hey,
closer.
Capjack.
I don't know. I don't know
And
anything about the pH of humans.
are they going to get pinker, or are you done with that?
Oh, I'm done with this. I was just tossing salt in here because, as we discussed, cabbage has a really high water content. And so by salting this, I'm letting, and I have it in a strainer over a bowl. I'm going to let some of that water come out. So that way, as we toss the slaw later, it will be crunchy still. It won't get soggy. Like, you know how sometimes you get that coleslaw and there's that like watery liquid at the bottom where it's
Yes. Yes. As a
coleslaw.
matter of fact, when you treat cabbage like that for coleslaw, your coleslaw will be crispy for days, not just hours, but for days.
Right. I need more of those cold salads in my life that can just last for days.
Salads for days.
I am going to, now that we're going to let that sit, is the fish ready or the potatoes ready? Oh, husband.
Hey,
It's his
Ryan.
first day as my sous chef. It's okay.
Ha! Ha! You guys, you're watching Food Talk TV. If you're just scrolling through, please give us a follow. We go live every day, so hit the notification button. We go live every day and sometimes twice a day. Actually, many times twice a day. After this show, about a half an hour after this show is done, or depending on Taylor, 3 minutes after this show is done, we'll have Oregon family cooking. It just depends. It just
Oh,
depends.
I'm excited for it.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, would you? Actually, I'm not gonna. Paper towels, please. Oh, yeah. So a lot of times because I am doing fish and chips, and so I'm just going to be doing some thick fries. Thank you, Andrea. I'm going to just be doing some thick fries. And a lot of times whenever I'm making fries, I mean, basically every time I've ever made French fries, I allow them to soak in water to allow some of the starches to release. Helps them be a little crispier, but I did not do that today. But I have been reading upon there was an article, I can't remember who did it, but it was a very in-depth. They were comparing a bunch of different ways and styles, basically what tedious things to make French fries are actually important. And they were just like, yeah, soaking the fries isn't necessary unless you're working for a restaurant or something where the outcome of the fry needs to be consistent. So we'll see if I believe them after this.
The steak fries, I just have never made them crispy. I only look for crispiness in the smaller fries, you know. But that's just me.
Yeah. You know,
That's
I'm
just
going to be doing all sorts of different shapes in here because that's one of my favorite parts of having a little bit of a rustic cutting style is like some of them are going to be those thick fries and some of them are going to be the crispy guys. But the article I was reading, I think they were also discussing cooking. Another technique they were discussing, foraged, thank you. Another technique they were discussing was cooking the potatoes in vinegar first and then frying.
Yes,
So
when I'm making potato chips, I commonly do that. Vinegar and
that's
water.
what you'll do for potato chips.
Yes, to get the starch out and denature the proteins a little bit. Make them
So yeah,
crispier.
I think maybe I do need to go a bit thinner since I'm not doing any soaking today. But from what I understand, the double fry is the most important part for crisp. So we'll see.
Hello,
I've
Herb.
never done the whole buying a bunch of fries, making a bunch of fries, and comparing them to see how I feel. I can only trust the internet here.
There you go. I was on Herb's live just probably about 20 minutes ago, and he was making sure that he was done by the time you started.
Aw, so sweet. My dad's name is Herb, so anyone that's named Herb, I'm like, you're my friend.
Hey, Chef Chansey.
Mm.
You guys, please share the live. Just pick the first 10 people that come up in your live. Share it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are watching Food
You know,
Talk
for the
TV.
longest time, I didn't like sharing because I was like, oh, what if my friends think I'm annoying? And I'm like, you know what? If they think that's annoying, wait till they hear me talk.
Okay, I'm going to leave that alone because I personally like talking to you. So
You speak my language, though.
you guys, oh, thank you, Herb. Thank you for the puffy hearts. You know, we really appreciate the gifts here at Food Talk TV. It helps us do what we do every day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I don't know who's on Oregon Family's account right now, whether it's Dustin or Shannon, but I did send Shannon a message saying that right after this live, you and I have to get on so I can teach you how to log on to Food Talk TV so that you can do your show
Yeah.
tonight.
It might help if they can log in for their first show to be able to.
Yeah.
Might help. So another thing I'm trying today, it's not necessarily new. It's more so new piece of equipment.
Hi, Babs.
I'm
Babs,
hello there.
Babs just
I
heard
am
you.
trying. I have this plug-in wok that I never use. I actually forget I have it because I store it where I can't see it. but I've never deep fried anything in here before. So I'm going to give that a shot.
Oh, I want to see this thing. I
Oh,
can see part of it.
yes. This is kind of,
It's an
it just
electric
plugs in.
wok.
It's electric, and I don't have any temperature gauges on it. It just says like medium or medium hot, and then there's a sear on here. Would you get? Oh, the thermometer, please.
Oh my gosh. That seems like a lot of oil.
Oh yeah. No. If you're not me, if you are not a professional, please do not fill up your oil this high because it is dangerous to pour it in here. I am a do as I say, not as I do type of person. I'm the
You guys,
worst.
everybody share the live. This is going to be awesome.
So I am actually pretty glad that this is kind of starting off a little slow. I'm at about 320 right now.
So you're doing a double fry. What's your first fry going to be at?
It's at 320 now because I was thinking I was going to do about 325, and I think it said 316.
So your oil is going to drop about 30 degrees when you get your first batch of fries in there.
Right. Okay.
Thank you for sharing the live, guys. Oh, October Dragonfly is in the house.
Hello there.
Christine, this is Taylor's 1 year anniversary.
Okay, I don't know how doing that lowered the heat so quick, but it's all good. It's at like 315. I think I'm going to start some of them and see where I'm at. I'm just curious how this fries. The first fry, the reason why I'm not too caring about whether or not this is fully up to temp here is because with this first batch of fries, I'm going to double fry these. I'm going to fry them first, let them cook about 5 to 7 minutes, and then maybe even 9 minutes. I don't know what these fries are up to. They're small,
Sure.
maybe. And then I'm going to pull them out, and then I'm going to put them on a wire rack and let them cool, drain a little bit, and then all that does is cook it. So they're going to look like greasy, floppy messes when I pull them out the first time. But then we're going to add them back in here, and that's how it's going to crisp up.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
hello.
October Dragonfly says, "Happy 1 year."
Thank you.
You know, I was just certain that that you came on in April before, but
I did too.
maybe
I
this
think
was
we
your
were
first
talking to some
show.
people at the end of April being like, I think it's around this time.
Yeah, maybe this was your first show. Maybe you did because
Maybe
everybody
it was,
comes on
maybe it was
earlier.
like a show. Ooh. Let's see if I can position this so we can.
Okay, well, you know what? I think that that's definitely above 315 because that stuff is frying. Okay.
Yeah, it's frying. I wonder. It's definitely frying all right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah,
all
you're
right,
doing
I'm
great.
cool with that.
You're doing great. Babs says that she loves this community. Well, you know what? We love all of you guys. We really,
Yes,
really
Babs
do.
is the best. She really is.
For anyone who doesn't know, Babs is the official Food Talk TV timer. When we
Yes.
can't get Alexa or Siri to work, Babs is always there for us. Mainly for Crunchy, but when she pops in, she takes care of business.
I'm coming right back. I just gotta grab some carrots.
So I think that say Forged, is it also 1 year for you yet? And for
Someone else
anyone,
coming at the same time.
well, we've okay. So let me be clear to the listeners. Oh, May 22nd is your 1 year. So we have several lines of business here in Food Talk TV. Food Talk TV, we have FTTV, and we have Shop FTTV Shop Partners that deals with helps people on TikTok Shop, and a lot of people are experiencing their 1 year anniversary in May for uh, for FTTV Live Creator Network, and that's what Forged is part of. As a matter of fact, she's not just part of it; she's an official ambassador. She has a position in FTTV.
Couldn't bring that out. Can't see that, but
You guys, if you're just scrolling through, you're watching Food Talk TV. On the screen is the Mustard Queen. Her handle is Happy Mustarding.
We'll see how long that lasts.
You're not really going to change it back, are you? Yeah? Okay. So if you want to follow her, please, please, please go to the link in our bio, scroll down, and you'll see her link just as well as every other creator, including our new creators. Eating with Andrew, yes, she is the Mustard Queen. Her handle on TikTok is Happy Mustarding.
Yep. Every single other platform, though.
And I asked you, are you really going to change it back? And October Dragonfly, Taylor does what she wants. Okay, gotcha.
This is my first time deep frying in this electric wok, and I am a huge fan. Like, I just feel like I get a lot more surface area, and the way I don't have to feel like I'm fishing at the bottom for stuff. But is it deep frying, or is it a convex fry?
Convection is air moving around.
Oh no, I meant like the shape, or concave.
That's deep frying, what you're doing right now. That's deep frying. Yes, and that is a concave shape. Yes.
So something that I should probably work on my batter while this is frying, but we got to be gentle. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. How many minutes have you been doing that? And Bab says, "Don't complicate it."
It's only been 3 minutes. It's fine. It's only been 3.
Yeah,
But
Bab
I
says,
should probably finish tasks before I start new ones. That goes for everything, not just my Food Talk TV life. But yeah, I got a few more minutes on that. And then we can go back to this. So of course, anytime we talk about French fries, there's always going to be that one person that's like, oh, they're not from France. Yeah, the fries themselves are not from France, but the act of cooking something in fat is a French technique.
okay.
That is why they are French fries, not because,
So-
this is a French thing. They are talking about the actual technique that is used to cook the fry.
So I wonder, what are they called in France?
What they call it in France? I feel like I knew that at some point. Why do I not know that?
I don't know. I know what a quarter pounder is called in England, though.
Oh, what is the quarter pounder called?
Pulp
Right.
Fiction, right?
Yeah. He quotes it like all the time. That's why I'm like, how do I not know this?
what?
Oh, what do the French call a quarter pounder?
A Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
Great.
And Nancy Radigan says, "Le pomme frites," and October Dragonfly says, "Pomme frites." And
I feel like you're getting comments a lot quicker than I am.
I am. I probably am.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I probably
Okay, tell us how much better you are than us, Cass.
am. Yeah, as well. And George Joy says that England is chips, right? They call those chips. I think she's right.
Yes, that it's chips. So these look pretty cooked.
And matter of fact, you're calling them chips too. You're making fish and chips, right?
Yeah, I'm making fish and chips. I'm calling them chips, even though they're French fries.
Yeah, so in this live, we're also calling them chips.
French fried taters. All right, we'll let that. I wonder what the temp is on that because it was really high. I feel like this is a lot more sensitive than some other things I've worked with. So a lot of times with fryers, it will take me so long to get back up to temp. Oh yeah, that's at 250. Now with the temp here, I'm wanting a lower temp to do the first fry to cook the fries, and then I'm going to want a higher temp to crisp it.
Yes.
But I'm also doing the fish as well, and the fish needs to be in between 340 and 360 because any less than that, like it will just absorb the grease and it'll be really soggy. But then any higher than that, it'll cook the outside but not the inside.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Tony Ann. Thank you for coming in. And Trini had a comment for you.
Yes.
She says, Taylor, we were talking about having confidence on camera today, and my corn dogs tasted great, but there's a big but. They look terrible, so I had to just go with it. Oh, go with it. I had to go with it. LOL. So way to go, Trini.
That's awesome. I don't know if you were in for this part in particular, because we were talking about how when, you're on camera and you're cooking sometimes and it may not have turned out the way you wanted it to. And so you got to act positively about it. Anyway, even though you yourself know, I am the worst about this. I will bring food to an event, and while people are eating my food, I will sit there and talk crap about my own food. I'm the worst at that. But we were talking about how on live, like your audience doesn't quite know anything's wrong with it. They can't try it. And I called it positively gaslighting your audience.
Yes, I heard that. I heard that. Is that a term?
When I have a good joke, I want to make sure I get like my money's worth out of that joke.
Yeah. Well, you know what? When you guys were talking, if you guys don't know, if the audience doesn't know, FoodtokTV had a special live last night where there was no cooking. It was just creators talking content. Mainly it was Taylor and Kunchi, but Trini also came up. Cooking with Herb also came up. Dustin from Oregon Family Cooking came up, and I came up, and we were just talking about having confidence. And while I was explaining all that, I forgot the point that I was trying to make. That's okay. Tracy said it was very informative.
It was so much fun. Kunchi and I only planned to go live for an hour to discuss it because we are a community of people who make food in our kitchen. That's essentially what we do. We are all cooks and chefs, but essentially we're all creators too. And that's not something that, so it was a lot of fun to do that. But yeah, I was only supposed to be an hour and we were there for 3. Like at the end, I was like, Kunchi, we've been on for 3 hours. And he's like, really? Like, oh, I had no idea. No, that did happen.
And in that last half an hour or so, you had upwards 70 people just in the audience, just listening to you guys talk. So.
And I am pretty sure he would have kept going if I didn't cut that off. But I had already been live for 5 hours at that point. I'm like, I'm toast.
Forge says that it was great. She was there. Trini says that she got so much information. Oh, I know where I was going with that. Remember, I'm not going to name the creator, but we were in a live last week, and it wasn't a great live. The recipes weren't great, but a little bit later, I'm scrolling through, and there's another cooking creator saying how inspired she was. So,
Right.
So you just don't know. You just don't know how you're affecting people.
And no, it's funny because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but like our the way this app has been presenting things has been a bit weird, and a lot of stuff that's been coming up for me has been stuff from months ago. Like I'm getting a lot of hits on my 2022 videos, but I'm also getting a lot of people just genuinely concerned or like have serious questions that I don't think they would have gotten to otherwise to help them out. So I'm getting hits from years ago, and it's making me continue those projects. It's great. I love it. You just never know when or how it's going to affect someone. It's great.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, Kunchi. Hi, Kyle.
Hi
Kyle
there.
Beasley.
Did we say his name too many times so he showed up?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think that's what happened.
I think that's what happens.
So we've just been chatting. So basically, right here, I am sifting this. Right now, I just have all purpose flour and I threw in some seasonings here. I am going to have measurements on my recipe when I post this. I haven't even typed this up yet. I'm kind of
Did you have other
building
things to
it.
do today?
Yeah, a little bit, little bit. I'm a little busy, a little bit of a busy person. But anyway, oh, I didn't know where I was going. Sorry.
You were telling us what your batter is.
Oh, yes. So I'm going to do about a cup of flour. And then I have about a teaspoon of baking powder. And then the rest of it is just going to be very seasoned flour. When it comes to flour, you're not exactly able to taste flour to see if it's well seasoned. I mean, you can, but one, it's not very safe. And two, you don't really get a good idea of what it tastes like. Thank you. So you don't really get a good idea. So for me, it's just kind of like, if you can see that it's seasoned, then you're good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Babs. KDH.
Hey,
So, and I
Babs.
did sift it.
Yeah. So,
I did sift it. I'm
so
going to
why
be
do you
adding
sift it?
some beer.
Why do you sift it?
I'm going to be adding some beer to this. And the thing is when flour, see flour right here, when there is a liquid that is added to flour, then that's when gluten is formed. Like, don't think of flour. Okay. Unless you have an allergy or you have celiacs, don't consider this to have gluten, but consider it to be pre-gluten. Because right now there's no gluten, but as soon as I add a liquid to it, gluten starts to be formed. And so any sort of movement or anything, any amount of whisking I do is going to create more gluten.
Oh,
And that will cause everything to be gluey. And I'm trying to do as the minimal amount of whisking as possible to keep my batter light and airy.
okay.
Is there anything you would like to add to that?
No, no, not at all.
Okay. Y'all should hear some of the conversations Kaz and I have about food.
Yes, we can talk a while about food. We can talk
Yes.
a while.
And weirdly enough, Alka-Seltzer.
Yes. Okay, so hey, so we've got a pretty smart audience, and we even have some people in the audience who are really good on Google. Uh, you guys, can you tell us what common food ingredient that Alka-Seltzer is made out of? I wonder if anybody can just type it right.
Yeah,
Type
if
it.
anyone knows what
Yeah.
Alka-Seltzer is. But to be fair, that's not typically something we need to know in the kitchen.
Oh yeah. Hey Robert. Uh, Tracy says flour. Bab says baking soda. Robert says baking soda.
Baking powder.
Trini says baking powder. Okay, so I'm not gonna let you guys I'm not gonna let you guys flounder. Yeah, baking soda, baking soda, baking soda, and citric acid. Basically, Trini, you're almost right. You really are. It has an acid and it has sodium bicarbonate in it. So it's baking soda, and most commonly it's got citric acid in there.
I still
Okay,
have to get my fish.
Joy says I make most of all your recipes, but I do convert them to gluten free. I'm gluten free or I'm gluten intolerant. Actually, Joy, our show on Saturday mornings is gluten free Mama Ann, and she does make regular food. She's probably in the chat, right? No, actually, she's on her way someplace. But yes, we on Saturday morning or Wednesday mornings, gluten free Mama Ann does her show at 9 o'clock Central Time. You can see our entire schedule by going to our website, which is foodtoktv.com. And you can find that website. If you can't remember foodtoktv.com, just go to our profile and go to the link in bio. So tap the screen, everybody. We're only up to 13,000. She normally has 70 or 80,000 by this time in her live. So
I am back fresh from the fishmonger. The fishmonger is what I call my freezer. No, I'm kidding. These have been thawing. Ooh, that one's actually.
The freezemonger.
Oh, that one's fine. It's fine. Maybe that part I won't cook. Or maybe I'll cook less. It'll be thawed by then. I keep frozen fish in my freezer all the time because I haven't decided what size I'm cooking these in either. But I have frozen fish in my freezer all the time because it thaws so stinging quick. Y'all, he got home 5 minutes before this live started, and I'm already cutting up fish.
So what kind of fish is that?
This is cod.
Cod.
And, you know, and I'm thinking about this because I had no idea what I was going to cook today. And so I called my husband, and he was like, well, shouldn't you do the first thing that you made on Food Talk?
Wow.
Which I didn't have a rack of lamb on hand.
Yes, I was thinking the first thing
I
you
didn't
made.
have a rack of lamb on hand.
The first thing you made on Food Talk was a rack of lamb inside of a
It's a pot.
yes, inside of an Instapot. And
Oh, yeah, no, I came to weird you guys out.
yeah, and by the way, guys, that's what got her the job. That's what got her the job. But luckily, your lemon curd wasn't what we were depending on. So
It's fine.
That's the way the curd crumbles.
That's the way to cook. Oh, where did my whisk? Okay. So one thing I've noticed, like I've just been watching a lot of people cook live. My hands are fishy. Why am I not washing my hands? Hold on. I'm sorry.
You guys, if you're just scrolling through, please give us a follow. Also, we have Oregon Family Cooking in the house. Give them a follow. If Cooking with Herb is in the house, give him a follow. Trini is in the house. Give her a follow. October Dragonfly, Robert Neal. Just scroll down and follow everyone, please.
So I think I'm gonna finish up my fries and then I will do the fish. Because I feel like if I do the fish in between, I may get fishy fries. Yeah. But as you can see, this is after the first fry. And like, if I ever got served these fries, I would be so upset because they're, you know,
Yeah.
these aren't it. These aren't it. But if they are that, then
but they are cooked. Otherwise, they wouldn't have broken like that. So.
Right. It's cooked, but it's not a good French fry. So I am adding it back in here for that second fry. Huh? Okay, that one fried. All right.
Do you know what the temperature is now?
Nope.
Okay.
I actually, all I did, so a lot of times I really do enjoy knowing after I put in those fries, now it's at 301.
301. I would wait until they got hotter.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But I think maybe if I turn up the heat because it interacts so quickly. But you're right, because I was thinking, I think it needs to be closer to 4. But
Yes.
I'm also impatient. No, seriously,
Voiceless guy, thank you for the gifts. Voiceless always comes in strong, guys.
Yes. No, seriously, having a special interest of cooking, but then also being the most impatient person on the planet, it doesn't always jive.
No, that's some valuable insight there, I feel like, because I feel like most people are impatient.
Yeah. So typically, like when I do cucumbers like this, you'll see all the liquid on there, and there's not any liquid down here, but you can see how much water has come out of the cabbage and is still just chilling.
It'll get there.
Yeah.
FTTV. Babs. Babs with the peppers.
Love it.
Guys, thank you for the gifts. We really appreciate it. So I wonder why the oil dropped like it did.
I am using a piece of equipment I don't typically use, so this isn't just me playing with it as well, and honestly, typically I do temp these things out and I do consider that, but I threw a fry in there and I saw that it was frying and I'm like, oh, that's fine.
Okay, on your second fry, I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a tip. You get it as hot as you can, and you put all the fries in at the same time because it won't drop the heat since they're already cooked.
Sounds like someone worked a fry station or two in their day.
I may possibly have.
Because I often think about like my days working in restaurants and things I can do similar to like restaurant work, and I was thinking about like my old fry station. I have this frying basket over here. I'm like, why don't I just like do the frying station like that?
Yeah.
There's this one girl on this app that makes content, but she does meal prep content, like she is, she works in a restaurant, like she's a prep cook.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so, like, like kind of partially cooking the stuff first, like how they do in restaurants.
Yes.
I'm absolutely obsessed with that idea. But honestly, why did I quit working in the restaurant business only to come home and pretend I'm working in the restaurant business?
Exactly.
Why am I doing this?
I have a question. Where does that heat, that first fry drop, where does that heat go, Cass?
Where does that heat go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first fry actually cooks it. The second fry, you bring it up very, very high, and and you put everything in there all at once, and it browns everything. Generally, when you put something into oil, it'll drop the heat. It'll drop the heat. So
Right. Correct.
because it's already warm through, it's not going to drop the heat.
Gotcha.
So you can
With
you
some
can
of
put
it-
everything in there. You can put everything in there all at one time because it's not going to drop the heat.
So yeah, I'm going to do a side-by-side of the fries. I did a pre-cook for both of them, but then one of those fries I dropped at just like 300 oil. And the second one, I'm going to wait for it to get like searing hot.
And Red Wagon Bakery is in the house.
Red Wagon Bakery, hello.
Hey, Michelle.
Hello. So I am going to finish on this slaw. I've patted out a bunch of the water from here. So is this purple and this red?
That's all purple.
All purple. Oh yeah, we got some of the purple.
Yeah.
So y'all, I don't know if you heard me say this, but I am doing a doubleheader this week, meaning that tomorrow I will be going on at 6:30 p.m. Central instead of Jesse. And because I'm going to be doing that and it will be kind of special, I figured that would be the time for me to do a drinks class. And it's not just alcohol. It will be a cocktail and mocktail situation. So just letting y'all know that will be a little special episode of mine, because if anyone gets me on the conversation of drinks or anything, I'm done. I can talk all day long. I actually already have my carrots, husband. Yeah. While y'all weren't looking, I got like 6 baby carrots and just threw them in here. I always buy baby carrots because they're way cheaper, especially if I'm cutting them up. But grating them is not fun.
They're way more snackable when they just sit in the fridge.
Yeah, and I like having snacks.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So what are you doing back there, Ryan? How come you don't come on camera?
Kaz has been dying for you to be on camera, or at least be my cameraman.
It's just like it's a good question.
Good question.
Good question.
He will pass that question to the
And
council.
bully my husband to be my co-host. So what do you think about these fries? Oh, that is over raw fish.
Those look really good. Okay.
They look pretty good. I
So
think.
you all must have gotten
Even though
hotter.
I didn't let my oil get hot enough.
Yeah. It looks like it got hot enough.
Oh yeah. I want everyone on Food Talk to notice that, like, even though I'm like the resident, nerd here, even Kaz knows more than I do sometimes.
Taylor is the nerd in charge.
Anytime anything comes out of the fryer, this is when we season. I'm sorry I did not give you a better shot of me seasoning that, but also this is a really hot thing of oil, so let me do it safely, please. Thank you. But yeah, those look
That's good.
Yeah, those look good.
These are the other ones that.
Nice.
So in theory, would a third fry work?
In theory, yes, but it's not necessary. If you've got them crisp now,
I think I read that like after a fry, it will be like a quarter of its weight is just the oil at that point. I think I read that somewhere.
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know if that was a reputable source.
There's a lot in that first batch. Really, back to my last question. Do you think a lot of that heat dropped from the first time is also due to evaporation of the moisture of the fry?
okay.
No,
So
that's
I couldn't hear Ryan at all. So
You have to actually come over here, be on camera if you're going to talk to Kaz. If you're going to talk to Kaz, you can't be.
Put the voice in the walls.
All right. Yeah, husband. Either you're in Food Talk TV or you're not. You can't do this like in between here. You can't do that. You're either in the party or you're not.
tell him.
Okay, dang, I should not have been mean to my husband. Hey, husband. Should not have sassed.
You know, I just like to Kaz's wealth of knowledge that he have an opportunity to speak at him from behind
Thank you.
camera.
Okay, so Ryan, really, the point is that I can't really hear you well. That's all.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, no, we weren't being jerks.
You weren't?
Oh, I was.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
So what was your question, Ryan?
My question was like on that first fry. Do you think that a lot of the heat is lost through evaporation of the moisture in the fries, the water in the fries? Or
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And the second time, they don't have as much moisture to evaporate.
Yes. And
Still was not small enough.
yeah, we watched you with the capers and were entertained with that big spoon. So, yes. But yeah, during your first fry, the oil cools down because the steam is 212 degrees.
Right.
And the oil is 300 and should be about 350. So the oil should cool down to about 30 degrees while the steam is rising. The second one, there's no water coming out. There's no steam, so you can put all the fries or all the chicken or all the nuggets in there at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay.
But by the way that you asked the question, I could tell you knew the answer, Ryan.
Well, I was guessing that I knew the answer, but there's
Yeah, you
always
got it.
something to learn.
You got it. You got it. Kyle says that the second fry.
Still wants to show off to me.
Kyle says the second fry is to crisp and brown. The first fry is to cook and heat the inside up.
I was thinking about like when I'm smoking a big hunk of meat, like a pork shoulder or a brisket or something, and the stall happens,
Yes.
all that preparation.
The stall at about 167 or so.
Yeah, right around 160 something.
Yep. So Taylor, there are questions and they're saying, what is she doing with the capers?
Making a mess. No, would you actually get me a knife so I can cut this, please?
I'm going to guess you're making a
I'm making a
vinaigrette.
tartar sauce.
Oh.
I'm making a tartar sauce, but I hate pickles.
Oh.
Hate them.
Okay.
It's not the cucumber that's the problem for me personally. Like that's just one of those foods that's like worse than ketchup for me.
Okay.
Pickles are, and it's because of the dill. But I did just add dill to here. The thing is with dill, there is a difference between dill weed and dill seed. Dill weed is what this is. You know, this is what dill wheat is, like the fresh dill that you see on things. Once a dill plant starts to turn to seed, that's when you start getting that dill flavor that's in dill pickles. Like that's
Okay.
why you see dill pickles, but then the fresh dill tastes different. The
Right.
seed is what it gets that like raunchy pickle. Just
When the plant begins to bolt
yeah.
and it shoots up to the sky and says, I need to spread my seed.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely the worst. And then because it is a weed, dill weed, it is a weed. So if you plant it once in your garden, it keeps coming back every year for 4 years.
Oh, it'll keep coming
Especially,
back. Okay.
especially
Uh,
if you turn in the soil, you know, you'll have dill everywhere.
so Kyle is talking about cranking the heat up on the second one. Sometimes he goes up to 500 degrees. Kyle, she is using an electric wok, which probably doesn't go up to more than 400 degrees
You
tops.
know what? There is a
It's,
sear option. I'm just gonna let it sit on sear and see what happens.
Oil
We'll
sear.
see how high it gets. We're just gonna let it sit on sear while I work on this tartar, okay?
okay.
That's what's gonna
It's
happen.
got relatively thin walls on it too. Like it has not got a lot of substance to that pan.
Okay, so you've got what's in the, is that sour cream in there?
It's mayo.
Is mayo. Oh,
So
you know
mayo,
what?
capers, lemon juice, and I also have dill. And then I always put Dijon in my recipes whenever I say, hey, like add a teaspoon of Dijon in here. This is actually Dusseldorf, which is not Dijon. So when I put Dijon, I actually really mean whatever mustard you really like the best. Oh, there we go. But Dusseldorf is very similar to Dijon in the fact that it does have that sharper taste. However, there is a bit more acidity with this and a little bit more sharpness because Dijon is made with wine and this is made with typically like a brandied vinegar.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Kyle says that he was talking about about the stall.
Oh, about the stall. Okay.
Yeah.
Not trying to get me to put a sear on my electric wok. Not trying to get me to wreak havoc over here. No, the only reason I have this electric wok is because I had a friend give it to me because her parents were throwing it in the trash. And it's like, oh, I have a cooking friend that doesn't have enough appliances.
There you go. There you go.
This is my actual bookshelf of appliances. I have plenty.
I have a whole library of them.
I have a library. You can check out.
And I see that you're using Hellman's mayonnaise instead of Duke's.
I had a really good coupon.
It was
Okay.
great.
It was
Okay.
a really good coupon.
Okay.
Like, this is like $7.50, and then they were running a sale on it to make it $6. Then I had a $3 off coupon, and then I had another $1 off coupon. So I think I got like $2. Yeah, no, it was the value.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know someone actually knows you when they know your mayonnaise brand.
Oh,
You know it. You know it. You recognize my mayonnaise. That is
Yeah.
not my usual mayonnaise.
it's either Duke's or Blue Plate around here.
Yeah, y'all let me know what kind of mayo is your favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, Tamara says
Chastity,
hers is Duke's.
Chastity says Duke's. Hey, Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha is my friend, Boozy Floozy.
I need more caper. I think I'm gonna add some caper juice to like just make it capery because it does need something pickly, but like not pickles.
What is it about Duke's?
Chandler Jensen says that Duke's is her favorite. Trini
Well,
says
did you
that.
try Chandler? She sucks.
Huh?
Oh, that's my sister.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So I'm not going to tell anyone they suck, even if it is your sister.
So Chandler, as part of management, you are no longer able to tell people they suck.
Yes.
If you suck, you probably already know it.
Trini says that she's a Hellman's girl.
All right.
What do we've got Babs Hellman's. And so
Another favorite of my husband's is Blue Plate.
Blue Plate.
We call it his childhood mayonnaise, so we always imagine my childhood mayonnaise would be the bands we start.
Okay.
So because I do not like pickles, I am not the person to judge this mayonnaise-y based sauce. So I worked at it. Would you sample this, please? I worked at a chain steakhouse for a very long time, over a decade. And for the longest time, we had fried shrimp on our menu. And we had like little packets of tartar sauce that we would serve with it.
More lemon.
More lemon. Okay.
Very mayonnaise.
Well, yeah. Heard. But anyway, we had fried shrimp on our menu for the longest time, and we didn't make our own tartar. It was just like little cups that came into this restaurant that we would serve. And then one day we got rid of the fried shrimp on our menu, but we still had shrimp. So there would be people that would come in and still ask us for the shrimp anyway. And it happened a lot. But we didn't have any tartar sauce. So then people would ask us for tartar sauce and demand that we make it. And so I would just see servers just getting pickles, lemon juice, and mayonnaise. And that's all they would do and send it out.
We don't have any scallops.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think we need the shallot.
Oh, does it need a shallot? All right.
But we don't have.
Giorgio says, I'm Hellman's too. We don't have Duke's or Blue Plate where she's at. So.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of products that will have like a product finder too. Because like for the longest time, I didn't think I could find Flockmans anywhere. And then I saw they had like a product finder and I'm like, oh, they actually do sell Flockmans near me.
Now Dixie is in here. Dixie is the only one that I see Duke's all the way through. So
all right.
everybody else is Hellman's.
Hellman's. Which, by the way, who do you have to be to have the name Hellman's and then make mayonnaise? Who are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
Let's check on this fryer because it would be nice if I had dinner sometime tonight.
Okay.
And also, I only have an hour left.
Yes, because all of a sudden you're
All of a
cramped for
sudden, I'm
time.
done. Honestly, I think it's a great exercise for me.
Music Matt, FTTV. Hi, Music Matt. Thank you for coming in.
Okay, so dang, how are we still only at 350?
And
Maybe this wasn't the thing to use, but yeah, because even these fries still aren't that crispy.
yeah.
Bumblebee.
Okay, so wow.
That's okay. Because, you know, even if they aren't super crispy, I might even just throw them in the air fryer after.
Did you want some scallions?
Cooking with Herb says he only uses canes. Now, Herb, that's not mayonnaise. That is a delicious sauce.
It's mayonnaise in the same way that it's ketchup.
It's both. It's both. It's both.
All right. Well, you know what? It's time for. I think I'm going to do the thing where I do something not all the way correct, but because I'm impatient.
Okay, so Chandler is asking, says, another hour, didn't this start at 7? Yes, it did, Chandler. It did, Chandler. There's been a change in lineup. Someone comes on after Taylor now. So she only has 2 hours to do her show. I know, right?
So do you think I should just be impatient and do it? Let's see if it's even hotter from when I tested it a second ago. Because this just might be the end of me ever using this thing again. At least for this purpose.
You know, it's really just learning how it works, Taylor. It's
Yeah,
really
I'm
just
really high
learning
up
how-
on this here, but
So where's it at right now? Where's the temperature now? What is she
350.
making? Huh?
it's at
350?
350. Yeah,
I'm thinking that's as high as it's going to go.
I'm thinking so too. I think
Is
that's
it-
it.
Is it nonstick? It's nonstick? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It can't
duh.
go to 400 then.
right. Heard that. So, it's okay. They're going to photograph like crispy fries. They're going to
Yes.
photograph like crispy fries. That's all that matters. So they're all in there.
Said the kid 818. She is making fries. She's making fish and chips, and she just put right down in front of you is a coleslaw with purple cabbage, and there's some grated baby carrots there. Of course, once they're grated, it doesn't matter whether they're baby or not. They're shreds, and there's some apple cider vinegar going in.
How much did I put in?
You actually put in a quarter cup.
Sure. Okay. It was a quarter cup.
Yeah. See, I know that you can't argue with me, so I can make up anything that I want to say. Yeah.
He knows that I'm the type of person where I'll be like, yeah, that's a tablespoon, but really it was half a cup.
So
He knows
Kyle
my blindness.
is asking you if you've ever had Jamaican coleslaw. I've never had it, Kyle.
I haven't. No. Has Country made it on his page?
I'll bet you he has. I'll bet you he
But
has.
he has said on multiple times, I do not like salad. So I wonder if he considers
Oh.
that salad.
That's right. That's right. So Babs agrees with me. It looked like a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar.
Scallions incoming.
Oh, and that was
Right?
were those scallions?
Yes.
They just appeared out of nowhere.
Would you throw me a lemon, please? I need to have my husband in here more often. I like him.
Lemon incoming.
No, actually,
Okay, so
kind of
Dixie
fun with
says
hot oil over here, but
Lemon incoming.
Dixie says that looks like Jamaican coleslaw that you're making.
well, now I actually need a non-fishy knife.
I'm not going to throw it out.
Yeah, please don't throw the knife.
Yeah, don't throw the knife, okay? Don't
Please
throw
don't
the
throw. We're not that good yet. We're getting there.
Not that.
knife. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
No, we'll practice, y'all.
So we'll have her on a rotating thing. I'll just throw ingredients and occasionally knives at her.
Yeah, every practice is at 7 Central here on Food Talk TV.
Bab says that she's loving the color of the coleslaw.
Thank you. I actually was thinking, it was like, okay, maybe just get a bag of coleslaw mix, that'll be fine. And I'm like, everything I'm making is beige.
Got it. Yeah.
That is something I really consider when I'm making food, is like the colors of everything. And if like there's something that will pop, because it's very easy to make your food look beige, especially if you're having a fried food moment.
Yes. Yes.
Would you like some black pepper?
I have some, thank you.
And you are seasoning that up with salt, more salt?
Yes.
Okay.
It was just salt and pepper that I put in here. And then I have some of the apple cider vinegar in here. And then instead of the mayo component, I added a little bit of I was going to add a little bit of mayo just to add that little bit of creaminess. But I just went ahead and added the tartar sauce I just made, which isn't pickly. So I guess it kind of works in here. So it's, you know what I'm missing in here? I'm missing some sort of herb in here. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you did put scallions in there, so you do have some herbaceousness.
Yeah, I don't know. I always consider scallions to be a vegetable, and then I consider chives to be an herb.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think that's the way it goes.
Hey, Allie,
It's a takeout
that's a purple coleslaw that she's working on, Allie. And she has some fries. Travis says, hey, throw some Italian seasoning in there. You know, you got oregano built into it. I mean, why not? I don't know.
Ryan, would you grab oregano from the garden, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't think I have rosemary in there, but because I was torn between if I was going to add a little bit of cilantro in there, if I was going to add Italian parsley, what I was going to add to it. But I try so hard not to use dried herbs this time of year because this is when all the fresh herbs are out.
Perfect.
You know?
Perfect.
So when I can use fresh herbs, I do it. I planted a bunch in my garden because I need a lot more basil in my life.
Okay, so that's parsley, correct?
Yes, Italian parsley right here.
So, so for those in the audience, the way that you tell parsley from cilantro is cilantro starts with a C and so does curvy.
So does what?
Cilantro starts with a C and so does curvy. Parsley starts with a P and it stands for pointy. So parsley, cilantro, pointy, curvy. So when you exactly, Trini. So when you send your husband or your wife to the store and they come back with the wrong thing, it's because you didn't train them correctly. Parsley is pointy, cilantro is curvy.
Oh, oregano. Oh no. We planted oregano in our garden years ago and it just comes back every year. Oh,
Our herbs like this because they just keep going.
Yeah, they might. I think they like our garden because they keep coming back.
Oregon Family Cooking. Thank you.
All
Thank you,
right.
Tweety.
Which, okay,
So,
I just pulled the fries.
so Travis, thank you for the suggestion. What she's doing is Italian seasoning. She's just doing it. She's just making it fresh. That's all.
So these are the new fries.
They look good.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it not as hot? But, you know, 350, it worked. It worked.
Yes.
I was saying lemon for the tartar sauce. I'm thinking a little lemon zest. Did you put any zest in it?
I actually did not. If you want to throw in some lemon zest in there, sweetheart. If you're going to make suggestions, just do it anyway.
See, we've got some smart people in Food Talk TV's audience. We've got Travis, we've got Cooking with Herb, we've got Kyle Beasley. We like the help. At least on half of our shows, we like the help, and then the other half of our
There's some
shows,
backseat chefs that I'm like, please.
yeah,
Do you want me to burn my house down?
exactly.
Because I will if I follow your recipe.
If you're a backseat chef, you got to bring something to the table.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I have that slaw made. I'm going to try and get us a little better visual. There we go. All right. So here's the time. So I kind of already made this before. This is very well seasoned flour. And it's about, I don't know, Kaz, how much is this?
It's hard to tell by the size of that bowl, but I'm just going to say it looks like about a cup and a half, actually. It doesn't look like a lot.
That's exactly what I was going for.
A heaping handful.
Heaping handfuls. And I did sift it so that way there wouldn't be any clumps in it, because when it comes to this, we're not wanting to do a lot of stirring. We're going to keep stirring to a minimum because the more movement we give, the more gluten is formed. Because remember, we're calling flour pre-gluten. Unless you have an allergy or celiac, this is pre-gluten. So it's not until you add the liquid that
Okay.
gluten is formed. And we're going to try and not. Is this a twist?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it is a twist. And then to this, you're going to need about between a cup to a cup and a half, depending on how much the chef enjoys. And we also need this beer to be cold.
What you do?
I mean, it's cold. It's fine.
Okay.
In Alton Brown's first fish and chips recipe, he needed
Would you actually give me another beer?
a can and a can plus 1/4 of a can.
Oh.
Yes.
So he could have the 3/4?
So he could have the rest of the beer, yes.
Oh, yeah. That's a way to write your recipes.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw Alton Brown's recipe for that. So.
It's a literal chef kiss. The chef kisses the beer.
So if I was a little smarter, I would have trickled the beer in so that way I wouldn't need to do a lot of movement in order to stir. But, things happen.
Just so when you're building those gluten chains, does the carbonation also exacerbate the gluten formation?
So I don't want any clumps, but I would rather take clumps over mixing at this point. That's what I'm looking at. So let's see this awkward position. See how I can move this to make this less awkward.
Yeah.
This is kind of a new setup for me, which I've been really liking.
I'm going to chill the tartar sauce.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yes, whenever you make sauces and chill them in the fridge, that helps them get together more.
Oh, so I think Dustin is writing a question to me. Shannon's apron has not been, I'm still waiting for the embroidery to come back, so I have not mailed them out.
Okay. So I have this batter just made. You don't want to make this too quickly ahead of time. If you do have a few minutes where you don't have anything to do with the batter, that look good to you, Cass?
Yeah.
I think so. I've had a variety of thicknesses here. Oh, I also put baking powder in here. I don't think I mentioned that.
No, you didn't mention that.
Okay, yes, I did put baking powder in there as well. That's a leavener that will help make it puffy and airy. But I'm kind of doing this as I go, and I'm going to try and work quickly. not
Now,
throw them all at once.
okay, so guys, she's working with very, very thin and small pieces of fish. All she's looking for is color. That's the only thing she's looking for is color and crispness. That's it, because the fish is done within a minute.
So this only needs like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes.
Like I'm thinking the only reason I'm going to slow down is so I can let it cook and catch up and then come back. You know, I was going to make a honey mustard sauce too, but I definitely need to finish this sauce up. Yeah, I'm done with that. But I'm thinking about the other places I put mustard. I think I just put, oh, I did it in the slaw and I put mustard in the tart. Okay, good, good.
Yes, you did.
I think my first show, I decided to be bold and not put anything with mustard in there, but then I would keep having people go in there and be like, where's the mustard?
You went for 3 shows without using mustard.
I was trying. I wanted to be known for something other than mustard, but it's mustard.
Yeah, Trini, it is a quick fry. It's everything is so thin. All you're looking for, even if you're doing popcorn chicken or something like that, you're just going as you're going for the crispness and the color. That's all you're looking for.
Okay. So I'm gonna put your thermometer over here. I'm gonna relocate these fries.
Now that
Oh, no, I need that. I need that.
Need that. Oh, yeah. Definitely need that.
He was trying to take my cooling rack away from me.
okay, so the baking powder really puffed that stuff up. Really puffed up the batter. Trini says, Taylor, you will forever be our mustard queen.
You will forever be our mustard queen.
Oye, oye, oye.
So Kaz, right before I came on here too, I did hang out over in Herb's live a little bit, but then I was also in Ars's live, and I feel like I did my Duolingo of the day. I was even like trying to comment in Spanish too, because they were talking to me in Spanish. I'm like, Mostasa.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you mentioned Duolingo. I'm gonna miss my streak if I don't do my lesson today.
Oh
So
no,
much pressure. It's so much pressure.
that bird, man.
That's living on the edge right there.
I know, right?
By the way, y'all, just be careful when you do things like this. Like, I know I'm being pretty lackadaisical with just like using my bare hands and shoving it in the oil, but I'm also a little bit more experienced at this than, someone doing this for their first time, maybe. So, like, proceed with caution. And this is too high of an oil. I would have liked to have less oil, but I was heavy handed and didn't want to pour it out. It's a safety thing.
If this animal trusts her.
It looks like that animal is sleep. Okay. So Babs is asking you what you actually think about your electric wok right now. What do you think about it? How do you like using it?
It actually worked really quickly. I liked that the heat changed really quickly when I adjusted it. I'm a fan of it. I like the fry having a more open top. I really do enjoy that. It only gets to 350. That's my only problem with it. But, I'm a fan. Woo.
And so, oh, I'm sorry. Let me. You guys, you're watching
with it
Food Talk
only being able to
TV.
get to 350, I was able to set it up to a high sear and not even think about it. I know it's at 350 because that's as high as it can go on that high sear.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah, y'all saw how quickly that did not take to cook.
Yes.
The fish was so small. If I had a larger fish, I would be a little bit more, I'd let it sit in there a bit more, but
No,
Look at that.
looks beautiful. Get some salt on there. Yes.
Got a salt. And no, it was funny because you were talking in another live. You were talking about how most of the sodium content that we receive is not from salting our food, but how in restaurants, how they do a lot of preservatives and how they also salt in layers. And you said that,
Yes.
I'm like, I salt in layers.
You do. But that just means that your food tastes delicious. That's all. That's all that means is that your food tastes delicious. Most people do not salt that way at home, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am going to salt things in layers until my doctor tells me not to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the way food tastes delicious. Thank you, Babs, for the chilies.
Okay. Let's get a plate.
One of our Food Talk TV, or I'm sorry, one of our cooking club people, Lori, came out to Dallas, and I think she left today, but she's here for classes, and she wound up, her and her husband wound up gaining 8 pounds in 3 days, and they swole up, and they couldn't understand why. They said it's because they drove, they didn't fly. And I said, yes, because that's all you're eating is restaurant food and fast food, and the salt is just retaining water.
That sounds amazing. I can't stand a swell of 8 pounds.
I am moving the fish too quickly right after it's cooked, and it's kind of.
Oh, Chef's
It kind of
treat.
like fell as I was moving it.
Chef's treat.
Oh yeah, that's like right there.
And
I could have cooked it a little bit longer, but like I think this is a perfect cook. This is like right at it's properly cooked.
It looks like it's
cooked all the way through.
just flaked apart. And you guys, that's cod, so it's going to be flaky.
And one of my favorite things for this type of style of fish is malt vinegar. One of my gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Have some of the for the fries. We have some of the HB sauce still for the fries.
Oh yeah, we do have some of the HB sauce for the fries. So I was gonna just whip together a quick little honey mustard here, except it's not honey mustard. I'm gonna be doing a maple mustard, and it's yeah, throw them in there. So typically I'll do just mustard, honey, and mayo. You can start at equal parts and start like measuring it from there. I have this jalapeno mayonnaise or jalapeno mustard. Why did I say that wrong? Just for a little bit of heat.
You've
But I
had a
think this is
long
a
day.
yellow mustard situation. When it comes to honey mustard, I like yellow mustard in there.
Okay.
What does angry pepper do?
What does an angry pepper do, Ryan?
I was asking you.
It gets jalapeno face.
Oh, okay. I got it. It was good. It was good, Ryan. It was good.
So I put some maple in there. There's the jalapeno mustard. Put some jalapeno mustard, some mayo. I'm throwing in a little bit of malt vinegar in there because it is fish and chips. So this man, he decides to take the rest of my tempura batter over here. I got to show you guys this. He took the rest of my tempura batter and some of the green onions that he had chopped earlier, and he's just
he's temporing the veg. He's doing tempura vegetables. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to waste the best part of the green onions.
Okay.
You guys, thank you for tapping the screen. We're almost up to 25,000 likes.
Wow,
Almost.
y'all are so good to me. Thank you.
Almost. You can do better, guys.
Can't believe 25,000 people liked me.
25,000 individuals. Right, Chandler?
Yeah, individuals.
Right, Chandler?
Needs a little bit more maple. But yeah, typically I start with these at equal parts and then just modify as necessary. Honey, agave, or maple are a good call for this, but I figured the maple would go really well with the malt vinegar in here. Because when I'm making a honey mustard, I will add a little bit of vinegar or a little bit of lemon juice just to add some acidity and to make it a dipper. That is so good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's getting a recipe. That is getting a recipe. That is so good. Yeah, so this was just, you can use any yellow mustard, but I did use a jalapeno mustard on here. And then there's also some maple syrup, some mayo, and malt vinegar.
Okay.
Salt and pepper. But yeah.
And I did not pay attention to any other quantities, so I can't help you with that.
Yeah, exactly. Neither did I.
Yeah. But anybody who wants to see how any of this was made, you can go on YouTube in a couple days. I think that by Sunday, all the videos for that week will be posted, or for the previous week will be posted. But she tries to post them as quick as she can. And
Yeah, I'm the one that does that too. But this is the first fry, and then this is the second fry. If you can tell the difference just in that 50 degrees of temperature, how much of a difference that made.
I can see the darker
these fries
one.
went in for the second fry at 300, and these were at 350.
Yeah, the 350 actually looks better to me.
Yeah, and like, no, I could actually feel a crunch. Typically, I would have wanted a 425, but I actually got a crunch here.
So you achieved your 25,000, and you're closing down on 26,000 likes.
Yeah, so let's, while my husband is finishing up tempura green onions that got added. I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
Waste not.
Here, waste not. We have our fish and chips. Excuse me. Plenty of chips and the fish. We're going to be serving that with lemon. But also we have, I don't know where he put the tartar. Oh, he put it in the fridge.
I did put it in the fridge to firm up a little bit.
And the coleslaw.
Yeah.
The coldest law.
The coldest law.
Yeah, Trini wants to know how the coleslaw tastes.
I like that. I like fried green stuff.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's all beautiful.
Fried stuff.
All right, I'm going to take care of that later. And then we have the maple mustard with the jalapeno mustard, some mayo, and some malt vinegar, because I love malt vinegar with fish and chips. That is the way to go.
Hey, Country, thank you for coming in, Country.
And then our slaw. I actually put capers in this one too. The tartar sauce that I made, I don't like pickles, so I made it a caper tartar sauce. And so instead of using like a mayonnaise component, I just added some tartar to here to make it a little. There's also Italian parsley and oregano and cilantro and green onion in here. There's a lot going on. So at least we have something green and herbaceous to go with all of our fried food.
These recipes will be on FoodtokTV.com.
Yes, along with a typed out thing about the temperature of the oil. I will include that. We will talk about that for sure, for sure. And y'all be sure you tune in tomorrow too, because I will be back on tomorrow, except I won't be cook Taylor. I will be bartender Taylor. So we'll be having a little cocktail mocktail night tomorrow. I have some really interesting things that I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have never seen before.
Oh.
Really,
you know what we haven't seen in a long time is you showing us the proper way to use a shaker. Are we going to see that again?
You bet you're a shaker.
Okay.
So anytime I've ever made a cocktail on this page, I will show the correct way to use a shaker. But I don't know if you've ever seen a bartender shake a cocktail, but like half of a bartender's job is this. So that's like Kaz's favorite thing when I do my goofy shaker thing.
It is my favorite thing.
Yes, yes. All right. There we have it. I believe I am done here. I think we're ready to snack because y'all, this stuff does not have a long shelf life. We got to like chow down like now. But be
Okay.
sure to tune in about 33 minutes. We have Oregon Family Cooking that's going to be doing their very first show on Food Talk TV. So please show your support for them. I'm excited for that. Excited to have a Thursday night buddy. These will be on Food Talk TV as soon as I put them on there with it. It should be by tomorrow morning. Thank you all so much for joining me. Kaz, anything else you'd like to?
No, you guys, thank you, Taylor. And no after call because I got to get busy with Oregon Family Cooking, okay?
Yeah, and I got to be ready to not do anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see y'all next week at 7 Central for Cutting the Mustard with me, the Mustard Queen. Happy mustarding.
Bye.